Okay, here are the dimensions of the nut gauge. We want to go to the surface plate and lay out a line for this length. Lay out a line for the 2 3/4 inches. That's the end of, or the beginning of the 7/8 14 thread. That's where we're going to put a groove. We're making groove dimensions here. This is the beginning of the 3/4 16 thread, which comes to 4 inches. And then we'll lay out a 5" 400 dimension that represents the 5 3/8 plus 25 thousandths. So we'll know how long to make that support structure on the end that has a center drilled hole. So let's scroll down. Okay, we're going to lay out these dimensions, put it in the surface plate, put it on the surface plate. The dicam has already dried, or the layout fluid rather has already dried. And I'm going to set my height gauge to these dimensions and scribe a line and go to the lathe to machine them. Okay, let's do that. Okay, remember, we always want to calibrate our height gauge just as we would our dial calipers. Make sure the table's clean, make sure the bottom is clean. Hold down the front. On zero this, push these buttons. So my first dimension is 1.5 inches. So 1.5, 1 inch 500. Scribe a line. Using a V block really helps. Alright, the next dimension is 2 3/4. So that's 2.75, that's 750. And of course, you always want to verify those dimensions with a scale in case you miscounted your revolutions if you're going to do it. So our next dimension is 4 inches. So at 4.0 in the window, scribe a line. That V block really helps keep it stable. And then the next dimension is 5.4, 5 inch 400. That's 300, 400. Okay, that's where I'm going to machine a little 5/16 diameter nose on it. So let's go to the lathe and do that now. Okay. Okay, we've laid out the lines for those dimensions on the surface plate. Now let's go to the lathe, and I'm just going to make machine a little nose on the end for support. It's going to have the center in it, and the rest of the part is going to be the actual nut gauge, and we'll cut this end off. That'll be our last step. So let's go do that. Okay, I'm going to continue using my left-handed tool holder. I'm going to position it a little bit better so I'll have a square corner instead of an angled corner. So that looks about right. I didn't change my tool height any. Right. I'm just gonna go to my line. I'm gonna go about, I'm gonna keep it on 436. I think that's what the instructions say. I'm just gonna hand feed it. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna put any oil on it. I just stop right there. Take off another 100. If the tool is sharpened correctly, it machines really well. Take off another 100. I might have 150 this time. See what happens. Maybe you'll get a better look at it if I hold it. Yeah, I don't want to hit my live center. That's about 5" 400. So that's a little nose. See if I can get in there a little closer. And we'll saw that off and machine it. That'll be the last operation. Let's see what size that is. Okay, it measures about 330. That's okay. That's close enough. That's as close as I could get without hitting my live center. So, all right, let's machine the rest of it.